far as my setup goes, this is what I'm using right here. Penn Slammer 3500 DX, spooled with 20-pound braid. This is an 8-foot St. Croix Siege. It's an 8-foot medium power, moderate fast action, carbon blank, 15 to 40 pound, 3/4 to 3 ounce. And I am running a 40-pound fluorocarbon leader, right? That's for my teaser to a tactical angler's clip. So this is what I'm using. This is my all-around rod in the surf. I mean, you got guys out here in Jersey that are using these big rods and stuff like that. I can land any fish they can land with this. I could cast just as far as they could cast with this and use any lure they can use. And this is a lot lighter of a rod. This is my power workhorse rod when I'm fishing the jetties, or just say there's bigger fish and I don't want to fuck around. This is a 9-foot CTS plug-in jetty, and on it I have a Slammer 5500 spooled with 40-pound braid. So that's what I consider the kind of the top end of the heavier rods that I use. This is a pretty stiff rod. This is good for working big, like the big Next Level top water spooks and things like that. So that works pretty good. There's been a lot of different comments on both sides of the spectrum coming into November of this year, surf fishing in the New Jersey surf. Some guys are saying they're getting fish. Some guys are saying they're not getting any. I'm getting fish almost every one of my outings because, I'm taking a little bit different of an approach. There's not a lot of bait around, and the bait around that is around is small profile bait. So we're going to go over what you should be using in November about now. I gotta get some more packs of these, but really the only thing I'm getting fish on right now are these Bill Hurley paddle tail sand eels. Right, you can use the rat tails, the straight tails. They don't work as efficiently. I'm going to try out some of these white ones and see how they work. So this is my setup right here for the surf. And I've been killing it on this setup. And all the particulars on this matter, right? This is a peacock hair and white bucktail teaser, right? Don't just throw on an olive teaser, a short-haired olive teaser, or some other different type of teaser and say, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm not catching things. That's how particular the bite gets right now. All right? There's a difference. You see how this peacock hair is shining when I turn it like that? Along with the white and the length of it, right? That's what you're going to need right there as your teaser. Your main lure is going to be the Bill Hurley sand eel. And this is going to be dragged on the bottom ever so slowly in the sand like that. And sometimes you're barely going to even feel the hits. You're going to have to discern whether you're hitting a bump of sand or something's grabbing the back of this. They slurp this thing up like a piece of spaghetti usually. They grab the back of the tail. That's why you feel a thump when they hit this, is because they're grabbing it either from the tail or from the head, and they're sucking it in like that and getting the whole entire jig in their mouth. That's why you got to give it like a count of 1 before you set the hook with these. At least that's what I do. And you'll know if you're getting hits and you're getting fish on it, because these are really soft. These are really nice. They have good movements. They get abrasion really easily on them. So teaser and main lure. Now also for a teaser or a main lure, you should be throwing these right here, because this is mimicking the bait that we do have on the beach. It's spearing, rain bait, and sand eels. That's it. That's really all we have. I hear talk about bunker, this, that, and the other thing, but I haven't seen any bunker. I'm out there 24/7 pretty much. And these right here, I've gotten a fish or two on these right here. Right? And when you're gonna want to fish, when this bait gets exposed the most, is usually the last 2.5 to 3 hours of the outgoing tide into low tide and part of the incoming. That's when you're going to want to fish. That's when I've been fishing, and that's when I've been getting a lot of fish. Talking Manasquan, Point Pleasant, Bayhead, all those areas I've been doing extremely well in.